Here are the ingredients you need for Dubu Kimchi. I'm using tofu, soft. We have about 10 ounces of pork belly over here, pre-sliced, thin. And I have 1.5 cups of kimchi, some salt, some gochujang, we have soy sauce, we have oil, and a little bit of water, about 1/4 cup. So we're gonna work with the pork first, and I'm gonna use scissors to cut it because using a knife is sometimes hard if the meat is super soft. When the belly is cut into bite-sized pieces like this, about 1 inch by 1 inch, you don't have to be super precise about it. Or if your mouth is really big, you can just cut them into gigantic pieces. I'm gonna have some salt here, and I'm gonna add about 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Give it some flavor. Marinate it. As the belly is marinating in salt, prepare the tofu. So most recipes online say that you should blanch, you should boil, you should steam the tofu. Sure, you can. But if you're lazy like me, all I'm gonna do is open the beautiful tofu package, drain the water, have the tofu right here, and I'm just gonna cut it onto my serving plate. I will microwave it. And the tofu I'm cutting here is about, I'd say 1/2 inch thick, maybe. It's gonna be slightly thicker than the pork belly so that when I eat it, I can sit a pile of kimchi and pork on top of the tofu and eat it together, almost as if it was an open-faced tofu sandwich. So after 10 minutes, I'm gonna I'm going to light my stove right now to medium heat. I don't know if you can see that because this is a low-budget YouTube project. And let me grab a pair of chopsticks, woo-hoo, or tongs if you use tongs. And oops, where the fuck is my? Okay, there we go. Got a teaspoon, yay! Get some oil in there, like 2 teaspoons, just enough to coat the pan because the belly will extract some oil on its own. So we're gonna heat that up, make sure it's covered. I have a aluminum pan here because why not? It's gold looking. When it's hot, nice and hot, we're just gonna put pork belly in there to sear really quickly. You don't have to cook it all the way through. We're just trying to get a nice brown sear for crispiness because I like it crispy. So if you don't care for crispy pork or you like soft pork, you can just go ahead, throw all the pork in and throw in the kimchi immediately after. And I'm not gonna overcrowd the pan so that there's enough space for the pork to sear. If they're too close to each other, it will start steaming and cooking the pork instead of browning the pork. Alright, now I'm going to flip it. Oh, look at that. And I'm going to pull them off. So now that all the pork is seared, I'm going to throw in the kimchi so that it mixes with the juices that the pork was oozing out earlier. And I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of water. So if your kimchi is super old and sour like mine has been sitting in the fridge for maybe 3 weeks already, you might want to add some sugar to adjust the sour taste. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of sugar in there. Stir up the sugar and the kimchi. So, and I'm going to put a lid. When your kimchi is nice and bubbly, I'm going to add the pork back in. Give it a good stir. leave the pan covered for about 10 minutes on a low simmer. When your kimchi is cooking, grab your tofu and heat it up in the microwave for 3 minutes. You want it extra hot. My tofu is piping hot. I'm going to add the kimchi and pork on top. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh my god. Fuck.
No! Escaping kimchi. Alright, I made a mess, but who cares? I mean, what kitchen is not a mess if it's not kitchen?
And this is the finished product. It's time to eat. Have some tofu, some pork, a little bit of kimchi.